There, we're live. Good morning, everyone. This is a spontaneous live stream. So much love. Happy Venus. No, it's not Venus. Oh my grace.
It's Saturday.
Saturday, everyone. I'm just coming back to myself as I just finished the LICO transmission activation right now. Hello, Demetrius.
Hello, Demetrius.
Hello.
Blessings and light
so
to
much
all you
love
wonderful,
to you.
beautiful beings.
So much love. And I just finished the LICO transmission activation and just vibrating like this when I come off of that. And so Michael was laying down here. This is our little balcony with our paddleboard named Atlantis. Look at it. Where is the Atlantis? Right there. Hi, Angelica. So wanted to just share a little, because we didn't get a chance to share it yesterday. Wanted to share a little bit about our day yesterday. Mike was like, what are we going to talk about? I said, Mike, I just feel we need to share this because the humility and the laughter is very important. Look, whether it is freaking CMEs, solar flares, like we have magnetic storm, whether we're getting ready for these gateways that are opening up into the StarGate coming up for 8/8. We have the eclipses. I mean, all of these things happening. Look at really having a little compassion for everything that is happening. Hello, Karen. It's so important to have a little compassion. So yesterday, again, I woke up, I just did not feel right yesterday. And somewhere in the afternoon, all this week, Michael has seen it almost is like narcolepsy, right? Almost, because somehow I'm up wired. I wake up like this, and then by like 2 o'clock, it seems like I'm just completely out of battery, and I have to lay down, get horizontal. But as soon as the heart palpitation so much, as soon as I get horizontal, synchronized with Gaia's heartbeat, like I'm gone into a whole different dimension, and I come back like the picture I put for Michael, like the cat that had come out, and just a whole different place. But yesterday I had this metallic taste. Hi, Letitia. I had this metallic taste in my mouth. So thirsty. No matter how much water I drank the last 2 days, it seems like the thirst just wasn't going anywhere. And yesterday I felt a little just wild. And
how about we say
weird
out there and full of a moment where nothing felt very right.
Nothing. Everything felt off.
Everything felt very off. And what was beautiful about it, and what I find in this message, is that there are moments where we're going to feel sad, we're going to feel angry, we're going to feel confused, we're going to feel all of these. And instead of going into blame, victim, explanation mode, sometimes you just have to downright just jump right into it and enjoy it.
And I was cursing it yesterday
so
much.
Hello, Alice.
It was so funny. So Angelica, you loved it. Yesterday I was like, it's another goddamn gateway. So, and this metallic taste was making me crazy because it reminded me when I was pregnant, and I just had it, and I drank so much water, nothing was helping. So Michael said, so after my nap, Michael's like, why don't you come in there?
I came out of a massage because I was feeling it too. I woke up feeling very off. And so I went to go lie in the park, and Honey's like, let's go out in the nature. I said, Honey, come and meet me across the street. I'm lying in the sun. And one of my favorite things to do is just to lie on the earth, feel the sun, and just connect with what's happening, because we know as all this chaotic, dense, crazy energy is moving, it's just really just a ground. So
Michael came in this. I was like, all right, I'm gonna walk right over, and I could feel the irritability within my field, but it was okay because I knew, okay, it's another Ascension update. My head feels like this, my neck feels like this, and Michael has had a procedure on his hand, so he can't really massage my head like he usually does. I could feel all the.
I've been going
is off for 2 weeks.
I've been off for 2 weeks, so I've been going through my own adjustment of like seeing how I can move through that when. Sometimes,
so he can't really help with anything in the apartment
I'm a
or
little
anything.
altered in my let's just say handicap. So I've been moving through my own.
It's so funny. He walks like this and also he's going through his shame and embarrassment.
Yeah, it's energy's being removed, and it's good. And so yesterday,
wait. So it was so funny. As I walked over to the sun, it's like, okay, the sun was radiant finally, because it's been raining a lot here too. This crisp, cool air and the spirit of the wind has been just tremendous. Hi, Maria. So yesterday we read that. I was like, this metallic taste, I can't take it. So we're laying down. I felt like I just want to eat the grass or on the floor, because I wanted somehow this metallic taste to go out of my mouth. It wasn't going. And Michael's like, let's just rest. I said, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do anything. I just want to unplug from every ascension energy today, because, okay, we're inside another gateway. I've been inside these fleet ships for like several days. I keep seeing the new codex of light spinning inside in this platinum, and the plasma rays opening up. And I was like, all right, today I just want to break, and I want to be total human.
And can I express, just take a second, can I express, and Honey's being human, which everyone has seen Honey in her galactic, shamanic, out-of-body experience. This is what I hear. Hey! I
said, Michael, listen.
Let me finish. She goes, you know what I really crave for?
No, because but tell them, because I was like, I need to get this taste out. Like, I felt the frustration. Imagine like all these metals in my mouth. I was like, I want this taste out. And I said, Michael, do you know what I want?
And so she goes, you know what I'm really craving for? Do you know those really tasty sugar cones, but with no ice cream, just a sugar cone? And maybe we can put some gummy bears, healthy gummy bears. And guess what? I'm feeling like some, I need some grapes. And like, it was all of these just like.
No, but I said, I want a sugar cone, but I want no ice cream. I don't want ice cream, but I want sugar cone, like one of those. And I want to put gummy, and I want to put some of like the Tabasco sauce over it. And Michael's like, what? I was like, I just want like this mix to match what I was feeling.
Maybe we
put some grapes in it,
And I want some bread. I want some good bread right now. Not normal bread. Maybe rosemary bread. I'm like, okay, honey,
I said, let's just go to the grocery store.
We'll go to the grocery store. And so, like, it was just, like, hilarious, because as we're lying there, it was just funny to watch Honey move into a human.
I said, I want really healthy junk foods. Let's go. So, so we went to the grocery store, and we walked out. I was like, okay, I want this bread, cheese with this tomato. I want this marmite. I felt like I needed a vitamin C tablet, chewable. I wanted to chew on vitamin C tablet. So you should see the stuff that we picked up yesterday.
I literally felt like we were going to a circus, because it was like one of those interdimensions of like going to a store, and Honey just like, I feel this, let's get this. And when you're at a point where there's no element just to say no. You're going on for the ride.
There was no. I mean, like, it's whatever I wanted.
You're holding on, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, honey, that sounds good. Okay, honey, that sounds good. Okay, that looks good here. Okay, how about this? Sure. And I'm holding this, and I look at it, and I'm like, what we had in our car couldn't really qualify as a meal. Probably not even a snack, because they were such the far realms of tastes that I thought it was absolute hilarious, because all it was for this quenching of a metallic taste.
Yeah, did any of you experience this metallic taste? I just needed this metallic taste to come in. Come leave me, because this severe metallic taste. And I was like, wow, like, have I ingested like the metallic platinum ray into me? Like, I just needed it to leave my system. And I felt this very crazy combinations of
salty, but healthy salty,
the quinoa
chips with just
combination. Yeah, and I wanted some of those different teas with the kombuchas. Then I wanted there was such a range of what happened.
Sorry,
what I wanted, and anyway, weird cravings. So it was just all over the place. But the best was, And I also got the healthy M&Ms too.
Yeah, they were dark chocolate.
And the gummy bears, but the gummy bears had salt in them.
And what I thought was very powerful about yesterday was fully.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley. Fully embracing all the weirdness, all the wackiness, and all the laughter through it, because there's times when all of us, we go through these moments where we're just like, what's happening? Why am I getting these sudden urges? What's happening to me? And without even judging, or without even trying to create an explanation or figure out what's going on, and just embracing it, because there is this part of the human experience, and the human experience doesn't always have to be like, well, this isn't spiritual, well, this isn't galactic, well, this isn't angelic. Let all that go. Let the labels, let everything go, and just have fun with it. And part of that is, as we're having fun with all of this weird wackiness, energy moving through, picking up things from the grocery store that probably most likely we would never pick up, or we would, but it'd be like, next to some vegetables or so forth. It just was this journey of seeing how.
But we laughed so much through it, and I was just, and I allowed myself to feel the irritability, and I really cursed a lot yesterday. I was like, God damn it, fucking this and that, but it wasn't from frustration, because this frequency yesterday was so funny, and the level of heart palpitation I had, it was so high. Gia. It was so. I was like, another fucking gateway, another Stargate, okay, another CME, another solar. Okay, it's like every day we get this wake up. What's the news? Okay, more solar flares. Oh no, these are magnetic stores. And then there's all of that. Oh, well, it should be this one or that one. Who freaking cares? We're in the human form. We're being blasted by all these days, and it is beautiful. I love Ascension, and this is also part of it, to feel like just crazy. I felt like it maybe energetically my hair bodies were like this, or everything was like this. And what was weird was that Michael and I really embraced it, how insane I felt. I was like, okay, I'm going to get the Tabasco sauce, and I'm going to put it on the gummy bears, on the sugar cone, and that's how I want to eat it. And I want to put the mozzarella tomato on top of it, mozzarella and tomato. On the first day, I thought maybe first on the ice cream cone, but then I decided, no, let's put it on the plate. So whatever it was, I just wanted to embrace it. And it's important to embrace it. Like how wacky I felt, I really embraced it. We came down. I said, I can't talk to anybody right now, because I can't, like nothing. Then I was like, let's go adopt a cat. He's like, no, in the middle of this, we're not going to go adopt a cat in the middle of this. Like, look at your energy field,
If we would have gone to adopt a cat, we would have come back probably with 12 different cats. And
I've been saying, I was like, you need to adopt a handicap.
She wants a handicap, a 1 foot cat, a one
foot cat, or something like that. We have to help.
She's really reaching out for this moment of like helping out the handicapped cats across America, or animals, and we live in an apartment. I mean, I wish we had a farm that we could adopt all the little guys that just can't match up to the expectations that most people want as a pet. But honey, just all for it. I mean, it's like oh wow, maybe we can adopt like a dog that has no feet and is deaf and mute. I'm like, okay, honey, I would love to do that, but right now, let's just take the time to ground and balance ourselves. Because
and then the dizziness, then I was like, all dizzy, like all spinning in my own vortex, dizzy yesterday, spinning, and then the metallic things kept getting worse. So we finally came set. I was like, all right, that's it. We're gonna watch Lucifer. So Lucifer, I don't know if any of you seen it. My older son recommended to us.
It's a Netflix.
It's a Netflix series. So
that puts a powerful twist on the angels and the stories of the angels, but puts it in the place of the heart of Los Angeles, which really brings all the darkness of the sex, drugs, rock and roll, and just the reality of humans and angels and what goes on our mainstream society.
But what's interesting is that when Keon first told me, Mommy, let's watch Lucifer, I was like, me? Are you kidding me? Like, I work with angels of light. I will never watch this. He's like, Mommy, seriously, calm down. You need to watch this. So he knows this so well. I was like, I'm not gonna watch. So one night me and Michael watched. I was like, oh, fascinating, because I could see exactly what's coming in, and we hardly ever have time to watch things, and sometimes it was. So yesterday I was like, we're gonna do a binging. We're gonna watch 6 episodes
Well,
of
actually,
Lucifer while we're eating and eating.
Honestly, it's funny because as all this was going on, I feel like energetically we were supporting our extreme excesses that were like flying out beyond, like, beyond what you could ever imagine. As it was moving through us, it was like, okay, all we can do is just embrace it, laugh at it, and not take it personally. Not even like for a second be like, oh my gosh, is this good? Is this bad? Whatever it was going through, and it's interesting because we don't really watch TV that much. Our TV's only there for movies, and we're not here to say what's right, what's wrong. These are our own experiences, and we share them because it helps us all understand that we have these.
What's amazing? Sorry.
So excited. She's so excited.
Well, I just came off the Ascension transmission. I'm vibrating now like this in bliss from the transmission.
Hold it real quick.
Okay.
It just makes us understand that all of us are human beings. And we're going to have our great days. We're going to have our beautiful days. We're going to have our shit days. We're going to have the days where we don't even want to come out of bed and we just want to stay in all day. And guess what? That's perfectly all right. It's perfectly normal to have these and not to go through any type of labeling.
That you feel something is wrong with you. That's
really,
the thing that I feel is important.
And to understand, I'm glad you said this, Angelica, is to have that downtime, have that rest time, have that where you just cut everything off and saying, hey, I'm not here to do anything but just focus on myself and not be even close to be placed in a victim mode or close to be like, okay, I need to do this for my health and well-being. Just take it, ride with it, and see where it goes. And yesterday it was such an adventure because if we had the camera on us through Wegmans and people were actually seeing what we were doing, I mean, it probably took us 15 minutes to check out because what most people would do at the self-checkout would like scan the item. We're like, okay, what's the number? And the guy had to come over and okay, like, what's this? And like he probably looked at us like, are these people on something? Because our energies were just kind of moving in between. And at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we're human beings.
And it really experiencing the human experience, but it's full range, and everything that comes with it. And the thing is, honestly, like yesterday morning, I had it was an hour and a half sitting in the prayer and meeting all the different team members and the beauty and the presence. And then yesterday, middle of that, I was like, that's it. I don't want to be in any more fleet ships. Like these fleet ships, there's one gigantic one. I don't know if you know, that's like the size of the sun that is hovering over our earth. I've been in the fleet ships and more codes of like, oh, let me bring this for a second. Let me show them.
And so it's interesting because as we go into deep prayers and deep meditations in the morning, it's funny to see how far we get pulled into our own dimension. So part of it is that regrounding and that ability to come back and to resonate on areas that we can fully come back to and be normal in our humanness. So
the night before I was drawing I'm drawing because I got to finish the rest of the codes from the fleet ships, and this is one of the Ashtar Command one. And yesterday I just sort of like put it against the wall. I was like, I am not going to be on any fleet ship today. That was it yesterday. I was like, I just don't want to. I don't want to. I just want to be me, and I want to eat very, very healthy junk foods, but so much of it yesterday. And then Michael and I got so gassy, which I get so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed when I get gassy, and I hide to make sure that doesn't.
I love bathroom humor. I think the bigger the fart, the better, because it only just shows that
I'm
we're
so
all
embarrassed,
human, and she's still learning that in her earthly form. That
so embarrassed.
When these moments come up, most people want to hide, but I just root it on because I feel like the more we can accept ourselves and be the true, just authentic part of us, then that just shows others like, why do we have to hide behind our own wonderful sounds and beautiful smells?
So embarrassing.
Invite them on. We all should cherish them together.
So I was like, and then so of course the amount that of the healthy junk food I put in my body over the 4 hours.
Why do I have so much gas?
I was like, oh my God, I'm so gassy.
I said, put this food combination together.
Then I would run to the bathroom, come back. I would run to the bathroom because I wanted to release the gas, and Marcus like, just do it. I was like, no. So there's been this thing between.
For it. I mean, push the button. There's nothing
for us
to hide.
With this sacred union. I'm like, no way. I'm gonna
There's
I'm going to
sacred
pass
smells
gas
and there's sacred
in
sounds.
front
I
of
think
you.
it
No
all should be
way.
sacred. We should invite the smells because that totally engages in our toxicity of our love for each other.
But so
and I thought
funny.
it was funny because toward the end it's like, should we sleep in different rooms, because if we were going to be blowing each other out from our different energies.
Oh, Gio, we talk about the poo quite a, because actually we embrace, like, and that's a daily conversation. Michael, how was your bowel movement? Like, we really embrace that. Were you, because there's such an appreciation that I find very different.
There's a medicinal level. I mean, I know when I learned in school, we have like, workshops about how your poop looks, how it smells, and how healthy it is based upon where you are. Funny thing is, after we ate yesterday, honey's, before we got all the food, I was like, honey, I have this vision that you're going to be lying on your back, be like, I need acupuncture. I need this. I'm like, honey, my hands are a little bit healing right now. I can't do anything.
For those of you that are joining, Michael, just show up for a second. Michael had some procedures done in hands. They're falling off. So he's been going through his own emotional, like, I was like, big freaking deal. They're coming off, no problem.
I've been doing a great job. I've actually been doing great. It's just my lack of using hands and how the use of hands is so important in what I do with healing. So to take off for 2 weeks and not use them has been a bit foreign, and to like walk around.
So he can't
like
do things. So he's walking like this. So he can't really wash dishes or create. I keep cutting everything up and doing that, and
picking up things, turning off things, and doing everything as a human. But it was just, I thought what this message really is what I think Honey is, because it's funny. Honey I was lying out here, writing some things down, journaling. He's like, we have to do this. Like, what are we doing? He's like, nothing. We're putting on the camera.
Put the camera on.
We're gonna talk what happens.
Because I wish the camera was on us yesterday as I was going through it. I was like, Michael, I need to spit. So I would spit. I'm like, Michael, I need to spit. I spit so much. She's like,
I don't know what I have to put in my mouth right now, but I tell you, and I'm like, honey, should I give you some water? No, I don't want water. I was like, what about this? No, I don't want this. And it was like this constant. I was like, is this menopausal? Is this? So
I'm going through my sacred shift of menopause, but the menopause was so heavily confused with PMS, what people would.
And I was going to pick up, and it was funny. Even in Wegmans, there was like all these like natural menopausal different items that you could easily use. And I said, honey, should we get this one too? Should we put this in the ice cream? Should we place this next to the chips? Like, this is for estrogen. This is for
my
this.
hormones. Like insane between the temperature and so. Meanwhile, in the meantime, not last night, the night before, we have the most magical night between him and I. We in our new altar, we sit and I invite him to a sacred alchemy prayer meditation, and we're in an hour and a half, very just deep into our breath, very long night, and we really took so much breath of each other, looking into each other, going through such sacred experience with our flame. And then the next day it's like, and this is the nature of being in a sacred divine union. Like, we go through all of this, the supremeness when we have our forehead touch against each other. We see, oh my God, we melt each other, merge as oneness. And then they're saying, I can't stop spitting,
And it's, oh my goodness. And there's nothing you could do more than laugh at it and relay the message that we're all going to go through it, either with each other or by ourselves, in times that are just going to feel so off the wall, that how important it is to embrace it, to love it, and to really just
embrace every part.
Live it and then let it go as if it's just another strange day or another moment that you're like, okay, here it comes, something weird's coming, here's wacky coming, here's chaos coming, here's density coming, bring it on. Okay, bring it on.
Kali coming.
Oh, jeez. That's a whole other story.
So as we're preparing also for our summer solstice event next week, there's so much sacredness around this white golden rose with anchoring the codes of light into the grids here. We have all of this happening, and there's this such divinity, like divinity, the scent of divinity, and then these are all the moments. Exactly. So
you eat all the things that you place in your body, then it all comes out at once. And I tell you, if you think that this energy can be profound, the extreme of it, when it goes to one side or the other, it's hysterical.
It's so funny.
It's
and we were
funny.
talking to our friend Tanya yesterday. We were leaving messages for each other. But it was so interesting. Yesterday when we were laying out, we saw these birds like in the sky fighting. Usually birds fly with each other. And I really felt it really demonstrated the craziness of the frequency. And if we can, we held each other. I was like, oh, I'm so grateful I can just laugh with you in this I can't even talk to him. I had all these beautiful messages. So I've had these amazing messages. My inbox is filled with loving messages from wow, and especially those who've experienced in the transmissions individually, or they've been watching now the video. Like I had message from this other sister. Oh my God, I can't believe the explanation of what took place in this. What you shared in this 3 hour, what it did for me. So I'm having all of these and appearing in so many dreams and this and that in the midst of such just remarkableness. Then we have these, which, these moments which we get to just laugh about and go through it and embrace it. And just embrace all parts, all parts. And I was telling Michael, I was like, Michael, I don't know what's happened in my bladder. Like every 5 minutes I have to go run to the bathroom. I'm peeing like I can't, like I said, I'm some kind of cow on peeing. Well, what is going on?
I'm reminding her, I'm like, honey, don't worry, it could be hormones. Honey, it's okay. Menopause is coming. He's like, Galactics don't get menopause. I'm like, honey, we're still in
I was like, I'm
body.
Galactic, I'm a Galactic. He keeps wanting to tell me that I'm going to get menopause.
So it's funny because, I always laugh for those that are on the astrological sign. It's like, I'm a double Aquarius, so my air and out there is quite far, but somehow I have to ground this galactic goddess that is beyond
you
the
don't
air.
Ground me. I ground myself.
In times where the energy just needed to help support from the masculine divine, just to allow whatever is moving through to support in the highest way. So yesterday was a clear example of I'm just happy that I could be there by your side and witness.
Well, we laughed. How much did you laugh? How entertaining was that?
It was beyond
everything that came out of your mouth. You were just like, what? Honey, you just completely off the wall today.
Yeah. So, and it's good.
And it's wonderful.
And I guess the one message is for all those that go through these experiences, as much as we want to be balanced, to cherish that off the wall, wacky feeling, because if we don't cherish it, then we're not being authentic and real with ourselves. And this is the part that I find those that,
and this is also part of it.
Yeah.
Part of our ascension and how important. And I feel because we're public, we've shared everything. For me, it's like we share everything. We don't hide anything. This is who we are. I have the grace and the goddess galactic presence, and then I have these that whether the inner child comes in, or the teenager, or the adult, or all of this. These are all parts of us coming in, and how important, because it does tie to every part of us is being known, revealed, renounced, has to be rejoiced, and how we heart each part is important. Like especially yesterday. Yeah, I'm so glad I really didn't talk much to anybody yesterday afternoon, because that heart palpitation was like
the heart palpitation.
The heart palpitation. I thought I was going to throw up from the heart palpitation. It was so much. I thought I was going to. You know what it was? When I put my head on there. I don't know if any of you felt this, but Valerie, that's why I didn't respond to your message. When I put my head on the pillow, I felt like as I was being swallowed up in the vortex of my heart, and like how like there's that, not quicksand, the other thing that's like, we call it butlock in Farsi. It's like the butlock. Oh. It's like a mud that sinks you in. What is that in English? Where you go in and you drown in it.
Well, we call it quicksand. And then
no, not the sand. The butler, like it's like mud. Yeah. That one. So anyway, I felt like my heart palpitation. I felt like I was sinking in it, and I was like drowning in it, but not in a negative way. I was just like being so pulled into this heart palpitation that was like making me so nauseous. Like, what is going on? And the metallic was all over the place. So
the point being is, I find at the end of the day, when we can not only recognize these parts of our humanness, but also celebrate it, and celebrate it in ways that we can fully honor, fully respect, and give the permission to be it, and to share it, and to give quicksand. There we go. And allow, and most important, allow it and accept it. I find that so many times we get into worlds where we choose not to feel the uncomfortable. We choose to kind of avoid certain things by distracting or by diluting, or and if we choose to avoid that, that's okay too. I mean,
but how about embracing that wackiness, uncomfortableness, strangeness? You wake up, you're like, there was one, I don't know if you saw in Michael's work, there's one picture, I put this cat, looks like that, and it's like coming off the, after a sleep or something, it's coming from different dimension. That's literally what I felt like. And how beautiful to embrace it, just not judge it. This is also part of me. I don't know what's going on, but here I am. And no way, like, it is what it is. And let's also enjoy this, because I feel that's what also exists, the opportunity to celebrate and enjoy this too.
If you look at the metaphor of what quicksand is, many times
but quicksand is the one that's sand. What is the one that's muddy? It's like a muddy water.
Well, in the never-ending story, when he was going down, it was like quicksand, but it wasn't
not quicksand, but like the gill we call it, like mud. But the mud, you go in, the mud pulls you. It's not sand.
About. Never-ending story, they had that. But the reference of being is when, remember when he was being brought down and he was screaming for Valkyrie. But anyway, when going down, isn't the metaphor is like you allow it all to come through, and then you just embrace whatever goes into that pit, because in that pit, obviously you'll come out on the other side. And even if you're on the other side after binging on junk food,
healthy junk food,
and allowing yourself to just give what the body needs, I find that's the ultimate.
So that's what I did. I gave my body, and we went to bed. I slept so good, woke up so good, so happy, had the most powerful.
I would love to have quicksand jello. That would be wonderful. Thank you, Sherry.
I had the most beautiful Lyco transmission activation right now, and so supreme.
She's
and
a bit excited. Can you see?
So I came to Michael. I was like, Michael, let's put on this. He's like, what happened? I said, let's talk about yesterday. So that's where you're catching it. So anyway, just a quick message from our heart to yours. We are in sacred divine union relationship. These are all parts of us. We have to constantly bring the divine in, embrace the divine in areas that feel they're less than divine, but that too is also shifting, because we're no longer ourselves judging it. We're embracing it and celebrating the funniness of it.
And knowing that this is our reality, and this is your reality, that we are all reflections of each other. I think you said that, Valerie, and to really love that, and to really honor it, and to really bring forth the commitment of saying, okay, here we go. Now we just got to roll with it and seeing where the wave takes us next. So, thankfully, after the 6th episode of Lucifer, I turned to Honey and I said, okay, are we done eating? Okay, are we done watching TV? Yes. And that's obviously when the blast of gas started taking the next octave. So it felt like this roller coaster of just joy and laughter, and
we really laughed through it
Go
yesterday.
through. So hopefully this could also bring some laughter. It could bring some
lightness
joy and lightness
to
all
you
of it all,
guys.
because I find that a lot of times we get so caught up in the spiritual realm of how intense it is and how dense it is, and this master came through, and this angelic came through.
And some days, like yesterday,
right?
be like, okay, everybody, all team, all this, like, this is all part of me. I now need to attain or attune to my humanness. Okay, like, all right, that's why I said fleet ships away, everybody away. I don't want to talk at no mediumship. I didn't even talk to Mr. Mehbudi yesterday. That's another. I was like, I'm talking to nobody. That means nobody on spirit plane, nobody in galactic plane, nobody in human plane. I just want to be with me and whatever craving that I'm having. I don't know what it is till this shall pass, and it did pass.
Yeah.
So it feels great to share this with all of you. It
definitely brings the lightness. Thank you, Angelica. There are moments when we have to bring forth the lightness and the joy and the wacky and weird to help balance it all out, because you know, it doesn't have to be always intense, though it doesn't have to be chaotic. It doesn't always have to be this heaviness. There can be this joy of laughter and beingness of what we've come here to do.
And Valerie, the junk food I'm talking about, super healthy organic dark chocolate M&Ms, or like the organic gummy bears that are like
forget about Doritos.
I didn't get Doritos. I got the none of those. I got the quinoa chips. So
it's called galactic junk food. You know?
the super high vibration, what we would call junk food. So I've been a little binging on that. Not binging, just anyway. Yeah.
binging for this beautiful galactic being.
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. So here we are. So hope you all are good on your Saturn Saturday. So much love. We will be in 4 weeks. We'll be in Toronto with Maida, our beautiful Maida, who's on here. We'll be sharing our event there,
and a week from today we'll have a beautiful summer solstice event. And just to prepare you guys
here in Washington D.C.,
this week is going to be a powerful week.
Oi.
And
what's that? Reconnecting? What's it?
For connection. Well, we'll keep going. Well, our internet monitor is right there, so we'll keep talking because it probably is going to keep going. But this week is going to be a very powerful week, so just hold on and enjoy the ride as everything keeps moving through, because the week that's coming up with the full moon, with the summer solstice, and with these dynamic, amazing powers that are coming through, just to, again, be gentle to yourself, be soft, be loving, be nourished, and just embrace everything about you. The beautiful, the great, the good, the bad that is great, the ugly that is beautiful, the every part of your essence, so that you don't get caught up in what we call those lower vibrations that pull in our lower 3 chakras.
Yeah, and also to recognize all of this is part of it. Yeah, we have eclipse coming. The summer solstice is so important. There's such a big part of us that is being realigned. We have a lot coming up, and making sure you really enjoy, not make fun of, but laugh through these experiences. These are precious human experiences as well, that just at some point throws the hands out, you know. And we got a lot coming up, and we're so grateful to serve that which calls to us, and be service to ourselves. So we serve each other's flames, and we serve from this flame outward, and also are open and honest with what we're experiencing. So it gives permission for each of us to accept all these stuff, to be on, just be raw and real and open. And
the winter solstice on the opposite hemisphere. Thank you, Angelica, because all the solstices are happening in alignment with what area we're around. So thank you for sharing that. And thank you guys for taking the moment and taking the time to being with us. We know that by taking that time to support us is also supporting your journey. And we always feel grateful that those that have come in to share their part of the day, we just feel blessed for your support, for your love, and most important, your laughs, because today, yesterday, and what's been leading up has just been so wild.
Who just out of curiosity, has anybody had the craving of having sugar cone, ice cream cone, the healthy one with just only gummy bears in it and Tabasco sauce on top of it?
I honestly, honey, I feel...
I just want to know if anybody has had that craving.
If you took a poll between 1,000
people... I want to know how many people.
You would be the only person I've never heard in my life, a sugar cone that's healthy, you know, sugar-free sugar cone with gummy bears, organic, and of course probably the Tabasco sauce with the sodium-reduced level. On top of that, on your sugar cone, mixed with the things I give you the golden buzzard to say that may be only your liking, but if others are out there,
I'm curious. If anybody's had I'm just curious to know. If that's satisfied your metallic
maybe you can also share some of your most craziest, weirdest.
I would really. What has been the craziest craving you have had? Like mine was really yesterday. It felt so right. That's what I want, and love to hear from you.
Yeah. So what became a short message has now become a long, laughing, loving message.
Okay,
thank you, love.
So much love. Love you all so much. Such a celebration we're together, and just
Thank you, Valerie. She is beyond unique. She is
oh my God,
an element of her own. So we are.
Yeah. So Mary, just so you know, that's exactly what I felt. I felt that insanity when I was pregnant. I had a lot of metallic taste and I just kept spitting. It made me feel horrible.
Wow.
And that's how I felt yesterday. And I just wanted to take care of it. And I had very crazy cravings. So just to get rid of this. And yesterday was one.
Yeah. So much love, many
so
blessings.
Eating Demetrius, dark chocolate is not a weird craving. I want to know your crazy galactic, craving.
It's okay, Demetrius. We know that eating dark chocolate all day could be crazy for some people, but for Honey, she could probably eat it just with you all day long as well. So
much love from our balcony and our little herbs over here. So just wanted to share a little love.
The herbs wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
Much blessings.
Big hug, everyone. Yeah. So much love.
Yes.
Oh, Valerie,
Yeah.
Valerie,
Oh
hormones are nuts during this so-called transition. I'm not even calling it menopause.
Oh, okay. We won't call it menopause. We'll call it Ascension.
Transition.
Hold on.
Love you all. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, children of the sun. Bye. Let me see if this ends. And then this one. Oh, wow. We have them both. Angela is on this side too. Hi, Titty. Okay, thank you so much. It's on both.